We're live. Or we're not live. We're recorded. We're in the woods.
Yes. Listen.
We ventured out of the bunker. Maybe you hear it.
I can hear the wind.
Maybe you don't. You're going to hear stuff. You hear stuff creaking. It's going to be good atmosphere.
We're on a ship. We're on a ship. An old wooden ship.
That's what it sounds like. I'm holding the mic, so excuse the noises.
All right.
Okay, you want to open
Well,
it up?
yeah. Welcome back to Gamma World. Did you hear that fly? This is going to be a really weird recording, dude.
No, I couldn't hear it.
It buzzed right past the head of your microphone. I could hear it here.
Really?
I could,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We'll see if I'll hear it when we listen to it back. So anyways, welcome back to Gamma World. Sorry, I got this confused. I thought it was the other show where you take the lead. So,
Yep, no, you're up.
Yep.
You're on.
So we're back, guys. Let's talk about where we left off, and I'm going to struggle a bit with this, so we'll bat this back and forth.
Okay.
You guys kind of reappear a few weeks, maybe a month down the road. Time has passed since the end of the last mission, and you went about discussing your plans to go back home to Timberlen. And then there was a whole conversation about if you would be allowed to go or not, which you weren't really a big fan of, in addition to the wristband and a bunch of other things.
Mm-hmm.
Bling's teeth also didn't impress you. You made that pretty clear. So there was a lot that you were nonplussed about. But
yeah, no,
you decided that you would have to ask for some PTO.
Right.
Which you did. So you went in and you requested some PTO. And you were approved. Also, before that, I believe you guys followed Grace for a little bit into some kind of underground sanctuary or world beneath the
I've been
city.
thinking about that. That's been bothering me a little bit. I got to... Go ahead.
And you were following her, and you lost sight of her, and then you were chased off by a bunch of street urchins, mutant street urchins.
Yeah, there were like a lot of them. They were throwing rocks at us.
Yeah, you were figuring.
Matter of fact, I have -1 hit points.
Yeah, you
from
got
one of
one
those
rock,
rocks.
yeah. So you retreated back. Then you asked for PTO. You also recovered a map that displayed where Timberlen was in relation to where you are, in a way that you guys feel you can navigate. So
right. I think we got. Did we get in the car?
We got in the truck.
Got in the
Glume
truck.
is driving.
Because I feel like, yeah, okay. Well, we're in the car. Maybe I should just tell Glume as Meecho what I feel like.
Well, I think so. Yeah,
he's
a good
driving.
place to start.
Did he start driving?
Yeah, he's driving the truck down the road on the
We're following the
elevated
map.
towards the elevated highway.
Towards the elevated highway.
And he's white knuckling it. You know, clearly. And this is a pretty large thing. What are you looking at? What's wrong? Is this where you ask if we're recording?
Yes, I okay. We're recording.
We're recording. Okay. And he's white knuckling it. You know, his hands are 10 and 2, and he's just white knuckling it as he stares over the top of the steering wheel of this giant truck.
Okay. So, Glume, you know, I've been thinking, you know, do you think we need Grace? I feel like
need her.
You're going. Do you know? We don't know any tech stuff. I know it's true. I just don't know what we're going to run into. And it was just weird how we saw her back there, but I don't know. What do you think that was about? She's just helping them.
What do I think? What was about?
That little mutant city down there.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Seemed like they liked her. I guess they didn't like you.
No. Anyway.
Okay.
That's just, I don't know. I just felt like maybe we should try to get her, but there's really, who knows?
Yeah, you're right. We kind of took time off and went like almost immediately.
Yeah, we did. We just got in the car.
Did we even pack for this?
I think, sidebar, I think because I had to pee. I think I was like, all right,
so we rushed it. See, this is what happens. That's why you got to pee
before the show.
Yeah, we got to take it. Yeah. So all right.
So
yeah, this is great.
We left kind of quick.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was almost like he rushed us out the door, like take time now, and then pushed us out the back.
No, yeah, and we just kind of I think we walked right into the car from the bar. Did we even look
No,
around
no,
first?
I don't think so. No,
We just beelined it.
Literally walked from where Bling was to
I
the
feel-
back of the place.
I feel like it was irresponsible.
It seems, yeah.
I feel like we should have thought it out before we just took off.
Okay.
You want to stop the car, pull on the side? Is it a place to pull on the side?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Can you pull on the side for a
Okay.
second?
So you kind of.
Because I don't know how far we've gone.
Well,
I mean,
we're not. We were only like
were we
5 or
sitting
10
in silence
down the
for an
road.
hour? Okay, good.
Okay. Well, what?
At least I I'm bringing the subject up.
Okay.
Not fairly quickly, but I feel like
I feel like this is
we
like
drifted
we
off.
left some. Did we forget something? Did we leave the?
The last time we went to
we
go
leave
dig up
the
treasure
iron
without a shovel.
Well, and I don't know if you noticed leading into your conversation.
My hands. Do you see my nails? See that nail? It still hasn't grown back.
Okay, but I tried to get you to shop.
It's not easy to dig barehanded.
Yeah, it's almost some people would say.
Do we need a shovel? Should we go back in town for a shovel?
I don't.
But we're not digging anything up.
I don't think so. You know these places that we're going to go anyways, right? Better than me.
Yeah, but I was 9, dude.
And
that was,
I meant like
that was 9 years ago.
But going to Timberlen, that should be pretty straightforward. I mean, unless your parents, are weird or something. I mean, I don't know. We would need equipment for the bling stuff by going to the Husks locations and stealing stuff.
Right.
We would need stuff for that. Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff. We have our packs.
Right, we have our packs. We're loaded up.
Yeah.
It's just a question of if we need anything specific. I don't think we do. I guess maybe we don't. But
didn't Bling,
and that's why I was
Bling
thinking.
Was
that's why I was thinking of Grace. I felt like
but
at least someone like if we get there, say, and there's a gate around the place, and we have to get through a security lock or something. Okay. She's got us past a couple of those doors. Me and you, we're just going to look at each other. I guess we could brute force it.
But didn't Bling say he was sending somebody to help us?
Oh, that's right. All right.
Okay. So so before I turn this thing back on, what is the plan? We're going to Timberlen, and then we're going to the Husk place. We're going to the Husk place, and then we're going to Timberlen.
Well, Timberlen's a couple of days ride, right? Is that what the map guy said?
A couple of days of drive, yeah.
So do you see any? We're going to have to stop somewhere. Do we see any stops in between here and Timberlen on that map?
All right. Let me kind of sort of the skill list here.
A lot of bugs out today.
I can hear the cicadas and my neighbors.
There's people on the side of the road.
Yep. We just drove by a truck filled with women on their way to spring break. And Meecho asked them to flash.
Are they screaming for fun, you think? Or something like, are they being like kidnapped?
No, I think they're screaming. It's half and half.
Okay.
You can't have Whip 'em Out Wednesday and the apocalypse. It just doesn't work.
Right. I'm just saying, like I say, how's the map look?
Do a spot check. Let's just do a spot check.
20.
A what?
20.
20. Okay. So on the map, it's hard to decipher the entire map, and some of it's incomplete, but it looks like there's a couple of areas where they're not listed as a settlement, but they're kind of penciled in. So there's a possibility that there might be some places along the way that would cater to travelers and things like that, sell some things.
Okay.
Wouldn't be as extensive as in a larger city, but
there's a couple of them
there's a couple of spots where yes, there could be
along the path.
Somebody. Yeah.
I mean, because anyone on this road, it seems like they would have to stop somewhere. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's the question. It's 2 days journey because do you want to drive through the night?
No, I mean, because we can't take turns because I don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
So we should definitely stop somewhere in between.
Okay.
And at least it'll give us some time to think about if we actually do need something that we're forgetting.
Okay.
And when we get there, if we need it, we'll have to get it.
Okay.
We'll do that, no?
So let's drive, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
let's just hit one of those places.
You're driving along. And like I said, Glume is like just very focused, eyes left to right, scanning, driving, right. Just white knuckles.
You all right, man?
Don't talk to me. So no more talking while I'm driving.
Okay.
I need to pay attention. Grace said you've got to keep your eyes scanning all the time.
Oh.
You don't know where trouble's going to come from.
Oh, that's true.
It is.
Should I be looking out the back or something?
I don't know.
I look out the back.
Okay. Take a spot check.
this table's hard. 19. I like it, though.
Good, yeah.
I got to roll this thing on.
Roll.
I'm going to bring tiles down into the bunker.
Way back in the distance, you can see maybe some dust kicking up along the road. Like you're driving across a dirt road on the way to this elevated highway that is where you're going to make your best time, hopefully. So you're kind of working your way through there. And off in the distance, this is probably about 30 minutes to an hour, let's say an hour into the trip. You could see like dust kicking up, like something's way back there, but it's heading towards you.
Okay. Hey, Glume.
Huh?
I know. I'm sorry. You said no talking.
Yes.
Do we have some sort of like telescope or like binocular thing? Do you have any of those lenses?
Yeah.
Anything like that?
In my bag.
In your bag?
Grab my goggles.
All right. So I go into Glume's bag.
Okay.
And find his goggles.
Yep, you pull out a pair of goggles, and they have an adjustment. They have two bands that go over the top of the head, and then on the side too. And there's an adjustment. You gotta maybe tighten up a little bit. Okay. Or loosen it. Or whatever.
And I turn back around. I put the goggles on and turn back around, and now look at the dust. And now, do I see any difference?
Yeah, you can zoom in a little bit with them, and you can see. It looks like.
So I know how to do that. Like I reach.
Yeah.
So I just start playing with the.
You start playing with it. Like you're going one way, it goes out. You go the other way.
I start going. So then, I'll just zoom in as much as I can.
And you click a switch, and night vision comes on for a second. And you go.
And I turn out. I'm like, oh, it got weird there for a second. All right, now it looks normal.
Yep. Okay.
I zoom in.
Okay.
And now what do I see? Do I see?
So you could see. It looks to be somebody riding on some kind of like motorcycle.
Oh. Okay.
You can't see close enough to see who. It looks like average size human.
Okay.
He's wearing like green, almost like a camouflage type clothing.
Okay. I zoom the goggles out and I put them up on my forehead and turn back around and face the road.
Okay. All right. So you guys continue to drive. Like I said, Glume is not talking at all because he's so incredibly focused on what he's doing. And
so after a few minutes pass, I go, Glume, I know you said no talking.
Yeah.
I just want you to know, I don't think it's a big deal. I just thought you should know. There's just a guy in a motorcycle back there. He's pretty far away, though, but there's a guy in a motorcycle. Okay, well, you know what? I'll check in on him periodically.
Okay.
Well, don't get nervous.
Let's, if we turn, like we're gonna get on the freeway. Let's just we'll see if he follows us there, right? If he doesn't, maybe he'll go the other way. We're gonna go.
We're reaching a fork in the road.
We know he's about to pull up onto the elevated freeway.
So he's about to take an on-ramp.
Yeah, and meanwhile, there's a road that goes under it, and there's a lot of other ways that you can go on the freeway. So,
So when we, you know what? Yeah, when you take that, I'll check back and see what he does.
Okay, sounds like a good. That's like 2 minutes. 2 minutes will be there.
Yeah, that guy had to be from the Citadel, right?
I would think.
You would think.
There's nothing else back that way.
Because there's nothing else back that way.
Not really, no.
So, okay. So somebody from the Citadel is driving a motorcycle somewhere behind us.
Okay.
May not be a big deal. Probably isn't.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
Thanks for the update.
Oh, no worries.
Okay.
I don't mean to get, just keep your eye on the road.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. And he goes back to driving. Every now and then he'll reach into the bag and pull out some kind of bar and unwrap it, and just he's eating it like constantly while he's driving. At one point he has sunflower seeds and he's spitting them out the window in just the most obnoxious way. You're
like did he take the on-ramp yet?
Yeah. He spits a seed out the window, makes a hard left. You kind of drive up this embankment that's been stacked with rocks and stuff, and he slowly weaves you towards the left, which is going to loop back towards Timberlen and parts unknown.
Okay, so wait a minute, because he was pretty far back there.
Yeah.
Then I
so have you checked since the first time at all?
Well, I don't know. And it didn't seem like much time.
Yeah, passed. It was only maybe a couple hours. So.
It was a couple of hours between this and the on-ramp?
It was an hour in before you saw him, and then...
I thought it was like maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, so we go 5 or 10 minutes. I'm fine with that. Okay. It wasn't specified on the time frame. I was moving it further along.
Okay. So but you're on the on-ramp. That's the important thing. I just wanted to wait a minute after you got on the on-ramp because he was pretty far back there.
Yeah, we'll say maybe an hour and 20 minutes into the whole thing.
Okay, so then I turn around and flip the goggles back down onto my eyes and zoom in to see what I see.
He's made up about half the distance between you.
Oh, he's closer now. Can I make out any features?
Make a spot check. 15 DC.
14 plus 5.
No. Okay. Your spot. Yes.
My spot is a 7.
So that's plus 7. All right. So you can see he's got black hair that's kind of tied back in like a bun thing. It's like a mullety length, but it's like he's still got it bunned up. So there's like 2 little stubs of where his hair's tied up.
Right.
And the front of his head is completely bald down the middle of it. Except for he kind of has this Crypt Keeper hairdo that hangs around the sides, that the friar, but he's got it longer. Like he doesn't want to let go of the fact that his hair is sliding off the back of his head effectively. His palate is completely...
The friar? Wait.
The way you get...
yeah.
You're completely bald in the middle like this, but the guy who just doesn't want to let it go?
Right, yeah.
He's like that guy who's like...
Okay. He's got it up in buns.
Yeah, he's got it up in a double man bun.
So he's got severe pattern baldness. He's baldness.
Yeah,
he's pretty much a friar.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And he's wearing camouflage, and it looks like Frank from Risk's organization.
Oh, it looks like Frank in the camo.
Mm-hmm.
How sure am I of this?
You're sure it's Frank. Yeah.
It's Frank.
Yeah.
I flip the goggles back up.
Which, by the way, you flip the goggles down and you realize that you didn't really need to, and you flipped them right back up again because he was much closer where you.
Okay.
See. But thanks to the zooming of the
I was zoomed out before I took them off before. So,
yeah.
All right. So I flip the goggles back up.
Okay.
I turn around, back facing forward, and I'm like, "Oh, Glume, it's Frank."
Yeah. Yeah. Who? Frank? Yeah, I remember Frank.
Yeah. He's behind us.
Oh, Frank's behind us.
Should we slow down and let him catch up?
Maybe.
Maybe is that who Bling sent?
Maybe. I mean, I think it's a good guess.
Yeah. I mean, he's a friend of ours anyway.
Why else would he be out here?
Yeah.
He almost never leaves the city.
No?
No.
Okay. He's probably coming to hang with us.
Okay. Why not? Who wouldn't want to?
Yeah. I don't know why, if there was a whole, like, my friend, I'll send someone to meet you thing, why didn't we just leave with him?
Yeah, it seemed like that whole thing was pretty ill-planned.
Yeah.
For everybody, and then, like, very fortuitous that this guy was there. But he left probably... I don't want to say like an hour after you, but he would have had to leave within the hour after you to be as close. I mean, his motorcycle moves faster than the truck, but still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's slow down.
Yeah. Okay, so he cuts the speed down to a kind of a crawl, and Frank is closing distance very fast now. And he
So he's clearly not trying to hide. He's not trying to like invisibly tail us. He was told to come get us instead of leaving with us.
Yeah, camouflage is not something.
He's probably wondering the same thing. Like, why didn't I just leave?
Why didn't I just leave? Yeah, I was, and he was ready to go too. Funny,
I know he was
ready to
he was totally suited up.
He was ready. Yeah, he was like they pulled him out of a closet and just activated him. Activate Frank. Fucking Frank.
So he's following us. He's catching up.
Yeah. So about 15 minutes later, he pulls up on a pretty hefty, like, sturdy-looking motorcycle, but very bare bones, and he just rolls up next to you.
On the driver's side or the passenger side?
He's got a pair of sunglasses on, and he flips them up, and he looks up at you.
On the driver's side or
on the
passenger
side.
Oh, so he's on my side.
And he.
There's no window to roll down, right? There's no window. This thing has no windows.
No, it's not a window. Yeah, it's not that kind. It's more of a cargo truck.
Yeah. So I'm like, Frank,
boys,
what's up, man? Why didn't you just leave with us?
Yeah.
Are you? Wait. Are you coming? Are you the guy that Bling sent to come with us?
Bling sent me. Yeah. I was hanging out with Risk, having a good time. I don't know, but he said he needed somebody. He was short on people.
We would have waited for you. I
don't think he knew it was me. That's not how Bling works. He's very he reacts to things very quickly.
Yeah.
You say you want time off. It's like starting then. So
wait. Pull over. We're gonna get in an accident here.
Okay.
I wave him to pull over. I'm like, Glume, let's pull over.
Okay.
Is there a place to pull over?
Yeah. There's a little area.
A little shoulder.
Okay.
Area. Yeah. I'd like to head to the shoulder of this elevated highway. Just to have a little conversation with Frank.
Okay.
We have a new party arrival here.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're driving, and I don't want us to get into an accident.
Okay. So Frank's like, well, why don't you put the ramp down? I'll just drive my motorcycle on the back of the truck.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We could probably fit your bike.
Then we could talk, and we can keep moving.
Right.
Because I want to go so I can come back.
This is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
See? That's a good idea.
So
we're clicking already.
So he goes and you throw the back of the gate open, and it drops down when he drives up into the back of the truck. And
is this a sweet Harley? Like
it's
bare bones.
It's just kind of a thrown together motorcycle.
Does AC/DC play as he rolls into it? There's no.
No, but it is a pretty nasty sounding engine.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's more dilapidated.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
But it doesn't look great. But the engine sounds good. It seems like it's got a little oomph to it.
Cool.
So he pulls it onto the back of the truck really easily, and then slips in through the back to the cabin with you guys.
Cool. All right.
And he's got a really cheesy mustache, kind
Right.
of the old porn star mustaches, and he's moderately overweight.
Okay.
And he just slides in. He's wearing like this camouflage jumpsuit that's oh shit, that was a tick. That's like 2 sizes too small for him.
Wait, he's wearing what? There's 2 sizes.
It's like
small?
a camouflage jumpsuit that he's wearing.
Oh, the suit is
The suit.
squeezing him.
Yeah, and it's all like it's like he's also he's the most unimposing thing that you've ever laid eyes on.
Well, he's the one who helped me out in the bathroom.
Yes,
isn't
he
he
is, and he's sweating profusely because that's what he does. His hands are constantly clammy, and he's just sweating. Yeah, I mean, I wish, we had thought about this. I don't know. I never get sent anywhere. I don't go out, so this isn't even my stuff I'm wearing.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you. Yeah, because Glume is kind of he's like good, sneaky, quiet dude, and I'm a little bit of the muscle, but we don't know. Like we feel like we're maybe missing a piece or two.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's your thing? And because I haven't seen you since the bathroom. And I don't know if I properly thanked you for that. I stick my hand out.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I go, thanks, man, because that might have saved my life.
Anytime, dude. I don't do that all the time, actually. But I feel like we can be friends. We can help each other out too.
Yeah.
I got a lot of ideas I want to run by you.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Good stuff.
Okay. Well, what do you do? What do you do for Bling?
I mean, I'm good with tech. I fix things. I fix
fix
problems.
things?
I know people.
All right, cool.
He's got at least he's got a gun, and he's got like a knife on him. You don't see anything like a giant weapon.
No giant weapons.
He's got some pouches with some things in it, that maybe you could see some equipment sticking out of it, and wires and patch cords and things like that.
Okay.
But he's just sitting there sweating and huffing next to you in the thing.
And we're back on the road?
Well, no, Glume is still sitting there.
Oh, well, let's go, Glume.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I didn't know. Okay. So
we're on the car. We could talk while I'm moving.
Puts his foot on the pedal, and you guys keep speeding on your way to down the road.
Okay. Oh, well, that's cool, Frank, and it's good to have you along.
No, I'm not thrilled to be here. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't leave the city. I'm so past that.
Oh, well, why? Like,
no, it's dangerous out here.
It is a little crazy.
Dangerous out here.
It is crazy.
I like walls, and I feel very comfortable. I feel like that, and I always tell Bling, I'm like, that's my strong suit. Frank knows people. Frank can get stuff done.
Right.
I guess.
But
no, he sends me with you like it's some kind of joke. I mean, he said to me, and he does like a spot on impression of Bling.
So you're gonna do Frank doing. This is Frank doing Bling.
And he goes hey,
this is Chris doing Frank doing Bling.
No, I can't do that. That's too much. But he says, Frankie, come, I have something for you to do. Nice for me, nice for you. You know how he talks.
Yeah, I know how he talks.
You know how he talks. Anyways,
and then
and
you ended up with us.
Well, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Kid, that day in the bathroom, you saved me, dude. I mean, I was in a bad spot.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I've been falling out with Bling over the past 3-4 weeks. A couple of guys that I work with, they just disappear one day. I don't know. He's unhappy with what we're producing, and it's been a lot of pressure. So that day when I met you in the bathroom,
yeah,
and I was able to inject you into the situation. You saved my life. I was going to disappear. I was going to be a grease stain.
Oh, shit.
So I should be thanking you. I mean, kid, I've been on a real bad run of luck since before you.
Oh.
But I got these ideas.
All right.
So we'll talk.
Okay.
You trust this guy?
Who? Oh, you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy saved my life.
Okay.
He dragged me out of a pile of bodies. Literally.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember being in the pile.
You guys are intense.
I mean, he told me about the pile,
which
I'm not sure why he told me about it.
Oh.
He described it to me in like detail.
You're the kid
and then you know what he did?
You
know what he did?
What?
He because he showed it to me where it was. He was just driving down the road one time, and he just said, "Oh, hey, remember the body?" And he showed me with the body. He showed me from the last fight, I guess.
Oh,
The pile of bodies.
the pile of bodies.
He's like, yeah, that's the pile of bodies I pulled you out of. He actually showed it to me. I'm not sure why.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But no, I trust him.
You're the kid they found in the garbage. I remember. I saw your medical.
It's like it was like a human garbage. Like it was weird.
Yeah,
seeing it. But yeah, so yeah, he saved my ass a couple times probably.
Okay. Well, if you trust him, then I don't know. We'll talk. We'll talk, you and I.
Okay.
So so you continue driving down the road. And probably about an hour or let's say 2 down the road, you get to one of those areas that's kind of lightly colored in on the map. I told you looked like maybe there's some kind of temporary or new civilization or settlement going on there.
Okay.
So you get to the first one of those, and it basically is down off of the elevated highway on an embankment. They have like built out this whole area where like it looks like vehicles would be parked, and it's almost like set up like, you know what it's akin to, and this is completely out of the setting, but you know
this is on the map you're talking about?
Yeah, well, this is the area that you finally see that's labeled like that on the map.
Oh, we're coming up on it visually.
Yeah. So you know, you ever see those mobile hot dog stands where all the infrastructure stays there and they literally drive the hot dog stand away?
Right.
It kind of looks
that's connected to the cars, or
well,
the ones
it looks like the parking area has all this shelving and stuff, almost like something would roll in there, and there would be vendors in that area. But there's no one there right now. But it looks like it would be something that people would drive into and like literally park. So they had all these.
This is like a bunch of self-contained vendors, like.
Yeah, like a space for them, but
like a feast, like the San Gennaro.
Yeah, or
but like a more modern version,
a vegetable stand,
or a vegetable stand.
Yeah, you would drive like a truck into the middle of it, and then you would have all these areas around it where there's like built-in tables and stalls and all.
And stalls and trucks and stuff. Okay.
But there's nothing there at this point, so
it's empty.
Yeah, it's empty. Actually, make a spot check for me.
Oh, I can't see if that's a 6 plus 7.
7. Okay, so I mean, it
13.
looks like maybe someone hasn't been there for at least a few weeks.
Oh, okay. All right, so we passed by some party that we missed.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the first.
When's can I look at the map?
You can look at the map, sure.
Frank.
Yeah.
How are you with maps?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at everything.
All right, I'll say here, take a look. Take the map.
Okay. What am I looking
We're heading
for?
towards Timberlen.
Okay.
You see, this is.
Yeah, I see that here.
Right. That's right, and then you see the market that we're by right now, right?
Okay.
On the map.
Yep.
In between those two, is there another settlement like thing that we could hit?
Well, there's another area like that where the
that we can make today. Like, you know,
no, it won't
or
be
do we
till
have
tomorrow.
to stop? It won't be till
tomorrow.
We won't reach it till tomorrow.
Yeah. He looked. Yeah. I mean, there's another area like that, but I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like. It looks like maybe a temporary area, or like a temporary settlement. I don't know. So maybe whoever's supposed to be at the other one might be at the other.
The other one?
I don't know.
But that's a day away.
There's a bunch. They have a bunch all along this road, though. So
that's a day away, though.
Yeah, I think we'll hit that probably tomorrow morning.
But jeez.
Yeah.
Should we pull over in this place? How long are we driving?
You've been driving for like only about 5 or 6 hours. So you're probably good for another maybe 3 or 4, and
then we have to stop. And it's like 3. So Frank, it's like 3-4 hours up the road. Where will we be?
What do you mean? Where will we be?
Well, we're going to be in the middle of the woods,
yeah,
or are we going to be like in the safety of numbers?
Right about here in the middle. Yeah, we're not going to be.
Because I understand, like, you didn't want to leave Citadel.
Yeah.
And I guess because and you look at it out there, it is a dangerous place, but I guess I just grown numb to it. From all my years being thrown out here all the time, without any regard to me having my safety or having to get. So I guess I'm just but over those years, it's like I don't know, like this certain things, and one of them I think would be that if we stop here, we should stop in, I don't know, like a defensible area or in an area where there's numbers.
Kid. That's not always possible.
Right. So maybe we should stop here.
At some point, it's almost better to not be in a large group, because guess what? Large groups of people attract things, Things that aren't afraid of a large group of people is a problem out here.
Right.
This is why I don't want to be out here.
I got you. I've seen some of those things. I mean, we went out in large groups of kids, but I that's why I don't want to be out in the complete wilderness.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're better to pull off and hide.
Maybe the party will come back. Maybe we'll pull over here, and maybe the party starts at night. Because I can't see leaving all this equipment. Glume, pull off. Let's at least look at this place.
Okay, so he pulls off. You'll have to get out and walk back a little bit, but you walk back to the area where I said.
So he can't drive directly into it. I wanted to roll through it.
You wanted to turn around and drive through it?
Oh, we passed it?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I would say turn around and let's drive through that thing.
Okay. So he turns the truck around. You drive up to it and you pull into it, and everything is bolted down. There's no equipment left. It's just built into that extension of the overpass that was built so they could pull into it to sell stuff. It looks like an area where vendors would pull in.
Oh, but there's no vendors there?
No, but it's like almost like a mobile store. Like think about like,
but they left
Gypsy.
They left the stores there.
Yeah, but no, the stores aren't there. The stall. So think of it like you pull into a parking lot and there's like shelves and stuff like bolted into the metal.
Oh, so people bring their wares and put the stuff down.
And anybody can bring their wares too.
Totally wouldn't have. I wouldn't have stopped. I wouldn't have turned around.
Yeah,
I know.
I
misunderstood what that thing was.
You know what? I think
I pictured like RV looking vehicles where they were selling things and making things out. That's why I thought that was all left there.
Yeah.
All right, so
I was more thinking of like they would drive their RVs into.
All right, guys,
guys,
I'm sorry. I thought this was something else. I guess I'm wrong. Maybe we should just.
Yeah, I mean, we stay here. We're gonna lose.
Frank, do you know how to drive?
Yeah, I could drive.
Okay, maybe take a nap. Can you take a nap? I can't drive.
Okay.
So maybe then you could cover for Glume, and then maybe we could see if we could drive straight to that settlement.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
Okay.
But we definitely shouldn't stop.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So Glume's driving along, and Frank kind of leans over and puts his head against the window, and like 2 seconds later is snoring incredibly loud. Like his whole body is shaking. And Glume is driving, and every now and then you bounce back and forth, but the movement of the vehicle starts to make you a little bit drowsy. And you're driving along, and let's see, high or low?
Low.
Okay. So you guys drive along, and the sun starts to set, and Glume reaches down and flicks the lights on, and they come on, but they're not super bright. And you're even already starting to have issues seeing because there's no other lights. There's no lit lights on this road or highway or anything. So it gets darker and darker, and there are points of the elevated highway that you kind of have to navigate around stuff, breaks or cracks or collapses. So driving at night is not, he's getting very nervous.
Okay, so I flipped his goggles down, and I punched that when I earlier hit that button that turned night vision mode on, and I pressed that button.
Okay, so he goes,
what do I see? Do I see better?
You can see better, yeah.
Okay. All right, do I see anything of note?
It's still hard to drive with night vision goggles on.
It's not like advanced night vision. It's more like it's like night vision. So it's like green.
Green, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like you're getting like thermal optics, or you're not seeing.
Right. So I'm not going to pass something to him. Okay. But I'm going to keep him on and look, so I could see things like like bodies or people, or at least something's coming at us. Maybe I'll see it better, and he could focus on the road at least.
Okay.
So at Glume, I'm looking out for stuff with these goggles.
Okay.
So just so you know, so you could just concentrate on the road. If anything's coming up, I'll let you know.
But he's cut his speed down dramatically.
Do we? Yeah, no, definitely.
Because he's had to
take it easy. And I looked through our bags. Is there anything caffeinated? Anything? Did we pack any caff?
Yeah, there's all kinds. Just go in my bag. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
All right. So I go sifting through the bag.
Okay.
Looking for caff.
All right, so you pull out, and it has a couple of packets of something. It says calf on the front of it.
All right.
And some kind of powderized packet, but what you end up doing is you can rip the packet and dump it into a cup, and it'll like self-heat in the packet, and then you pour it in the cup, and you add a little bit of water, and you have coffee.
Nice. Okay, so can I'm going to try and make 2 of those.
Actually, it self-heats when the water hits the coffee.
Nice.
Like it's like real instant coffee. You don't even need a fucking stove.
Right, that's instant coffee. Nice.
And it's hot, too, yeah.
All right, so I should be smart enough to be able to do this. I just open a packet and drop it in the water, and I have coffee, pretty much. All right, so I'm going to make 2 of those.
Okay.
And then I hand it to Glume. Here.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Just so you don't doze off. And I like drink some of it.
As he's drinking the coffee, he slows down even more because he's still not very good driving, and he's not used
right.
to
No, he's doing two things at once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is too much for him.
Right.
Because he's a new driver. So you slow down, you continue on, and he starts
a little caffeine in them.
He starts to. You notice that when he gets tired, it happens pretty quickly. Like you can tell his metabolism actually is very, very high.
Mm-hmm.
But he's almost like a kid in that like he crashes at the end of all that stuff. So he's starting to get tired. It's probably after 10 o'clock at night right now. You've been driving for a few hours slowly as you were.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It is. It got to night now. So. Yeah.
So
he's driving how many hours? At least 8 hours?
Longer than that. You probably left the Citadel probably around 11-ish, right?
Oh, so hey, wait.
Yeah.
Glume.
Yeah.
Give me that calf back.
Okay.
So I take the calf back. All right. Pull over.
Okay. Slows the truck down and it slides over to the
I kick
side
Frank.
Of the road. Yeah. Wow.
I hand him Glume's calf.
I wish I had my CPAP.
Oh.
My throat is so sore. What?
I got you. Here's a calf.
Okay.
And you got to cover Glume. He's driving a long time.
I kind of only drink tea.
You only drink tea?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have tea, I don't think.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You can keep it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I drink that.
Okay. So now you have two calves.
I'm drinking two of them.
Yes. And he slides up in the
Glume, go take a nap, man.
Okay. Yeah. He's literally dragging like this, and he hits the back seat, and he's out instantly too. No snoring now. And Frank slides in the driver's seat. He adjusts you see him reach him. He seems to know where a lot of stuff is. He's like, okay, yeah, this is that. He adjusts the seat. It makes an adjustment on the steering wheel, which is like ridiculous because Glume was looking over the top of it like this, and presses the button and restarts up the engine.
Okay. All right, before you pull off here, here's the map.
Okay.
I think we're about here.
Yeah,
I pointed.
I mean, maybe about 2 or 3 hours we'll be at that spot. It's slow going, but we'll get there. We're going to get there in the middle of the night.
All right, well, we'll pull off and wait for the place to open up, but at least we're near some sort of civilization, if there is, or if it's open, or if there's, who knows? We'll see, whatever. We'll have to deal with it when we get there.
Okay.
But can you get us there?
Yeah, I can get us there.
All right.
So
okay,
so cruise along.
I drink I don't drink the 2 whole calves.
Okay.
I cover the one that was mine originally, and I put that down, and I just drink Glume's. I'm just looking to get like an extra hour or so awake to watch Frank drive and to see if he's cool.
Okay.
Because we're gonna get to the middle of the night. Maybe there's a nap in the car. So but I'm still just gonna drink one.
Okay. So you drive along. There's dream tables in here. I love these fucking books. Dreams and
a lot of crickets out tonight.
Yeah. These electric engines are really quiet. I mean, you almost don't hear it.
Yeah. What?
You don't have to sit so close to me.
Oh, sorry. I scoot back over.
Move over. Okay. Okay, I found what I wanted to find.
You found it?
Okay, so you guys are driving.
What is that? Table Fables?
Yeah, Table Fables. A collection of tables for the weary game master. When you don't have anything planned, but maybe something should happen.
Yeah, that's handy.
So, and it's more. This is actually more tailored towards D&D, but I can change the encounter slightly, like I'm going to do right now.
Okay.
So you guys are driving along slowly, and make a quick spot check. Frank's going to make one too. DC 10.
15 and with a 7.
Okay, it's overkill. It was a DC 10. So Frank, you hear it first, and then Frank hears it a few seconds after you, and you can hear like this thump, 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 like a drumming off in the distance.
Okay.
And far up, you can kind of see this. Something's moving towards you guys on the opposite side of the freeway, with all these crazy lights around it just shining, and there's this low. All you can hear is this low thump, 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 like that.
Okay.
And it's driving really fast too.
Okay, I quickly flip the goggles down, turn night vision off because you said there's lights, right? On this thing?
Yeah.
And I try and zoom in without destroying my eyes to see if I see anything of this vehicle.
Okay. So first of all, let me describe the elevated highway
Okay.
It's got 2 sets of lanes, so the oncoming are on the other side of this divider, but since it's elevated, the divider's kind of split and it's open.
So there's a bridge between.
Almost like a bridge, yeah.
It looks like, there's an opening in between, so like you can see straight down to the ground.
You can see straight down to the ground, yeah.
Okay, I got
And
you.
they're on the opposite side coming, like I said, probably twice the speed that you're driving, and you realize this couldn't possibly be safe. And when you get a good look at the vehicle...
Well, is there a concrete divider between us, or is
it's
it
a concrete divider, and it's like a wall, like a 3-foot wall almost on the edges. But between the two, and you have metal things that kind of bind them together, but it's mostly like open.
Right.
So it's like almost like it was a modular highway that was like dropped there in like pieces and assembled.
Okay. So, but so they're on the opposite side of that, coming towards us. So we're there on one side of the divider.
If someone were
the
traveling the other way, they would probably maybe take that side. Although you remember that where you came from, there was no opposite side. It was just two lanes. So at some point it had diverted.
Right, and it's not like there's traffic laws.
Yeah, no, not really. Yeah.
So, but they're on the other side.
The other side, yeah.
Okay. All right, and so, and I zoom in on the vehicle.
Okay.
Now it was probably not that easy because it's moving.
Yeah, but as it gets closer, you can see it's covered. I mean, there's every color light you can imagine: red, blue, green, purple, orange, silver. There's gold lights. They're just shimmering all over the surface of some kind of.
It's like a Christmas tree.
4-wheeled vehicle, yeah.
Okay.
And hanging off the top of this vehicle, you can see that there's some kind of structure that's been soldered or attached to the top of it that buffets out even more and almost makes it like widen out, like an elephant like carrier, like the saddle that you ride to ride an elephant. They put those houses on it. It's almost like somebody built something out, and on top of it there's a house, and in the house you can see all these crazy windows with lights just shining and flashing out of them. And you can hear, as it comes closer, you can start to hear a little boom, 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 boom.
Hey, Frank, is that one of those party truck things?
I have no idea what that is.
I think that's the one. Like, I think people like. I remember someone buying tickets to one of those. Is that what you think that is?
So as you, he goes, that's the dumbest ass thing I've ever seen in my life. Those people are going to die. And so as you guys, it's approaching you, and then suddenly it's on you because it's going so fast and passes you, and you can hear people screaming and dancing, and you can see people in the windows and people on balconies on the top of this thing. And it's a giant like bus that's basically covered in lights with like a house on top of it almost. That's just been like welded there.
I don't know, Frank. That does look like fun.
They're swerving all over the overpass. And geez. The boom, 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 boom. Just the beat of the music, and that's just a mobile rave just fucking drove by you.
Wow. I don't know. I don't put good odds on them, but they must do it often enough. They seem to be having a good enough time.
Yeah, apparently. So,
good. And I flip the goggles back up.
There's a stark contrast. I mean, you guys were driving in complete silence, because Frank is just stinky and just an odious little man, and he's just grumbling to himself the whole time. You're sitting there next to him, and it's super, super quiet. And all of a sudden, you have this event happen where all this light and sound like pierces the silence.
Right.
And for that instant that you guys cross paths, and then it trails off again. And then within 5 minutes, you can't even hear it.
Can't hear it anymore.
You don't even see the lights in the rearview mirror. And you're back.
So I could relax again for a second. Because when it was coming up, I tensed up.
You're still like, but you're scanning.
Yeah, I was scanning, and but now I flip it. Did I see anything else?
No, you're okay for now.
Yeah, so I flip the goggles back up, and I just ease back in my seat. And
okay. So you drive along. Like I said, Frank's just grumbling and talking to himself, and just like I said, he stinks. He's just a terrible human being. And you're driving along, and he's like, okay, we got probably about 45 minutes, and we'll be at the area you want to stop at.
All right, cool. Let's just get there and see what it looks like.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's a town, we'd look pretty odd sneaking up at this hour, but I that happens all the time. People just pass through. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like camping.
Yeah. So I let's just keep on going.
So you're driving along, and Frank kind of looks back at Glume, and who has not moved since he laid in the spot that he was in. He hasn't moved an inch. And he's like, while your friend's asleep, maybe I got a couple minutes I can talk to you about this opportunity that I'm thinking could help us out.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I got time.
Okay. So he goes, lifts up his hand, and you can see he's got one of those wristbands on.
Right.
He's like, "You got one of these, right?"
Yeah.
What if I told you I got a way we can make this thing into liquid?
What?
We can take the band and turn it into something, that we could do other things with, money, something that's not trackable. I mean, Bling's watching everything we're doing with these stupid wristbands.
You mean?
I mean,
different. You mean different money?
We could take the wristband and turn it into something.
Yeah, I don't like
dude.
owing somebody with with a wristband and not being able to track it. I was telling that to Glume. I'd like to have some other way of paying people. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though we could take the wristband and turn it into some liquidity, some money.
I don't know this liquidity thing. I don't want to turn the bracelet.
I can
into
take the
liquid.
numbers.
I don't want to melt it.
I can take the numbers
and
make it into gold.
Oh,
I'm magic.
You're magic?
I'm magic like that. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, what do you mean? How would you do that?
I got a guy downtown. He can scan your bracelet. He'll take the scan and turn it into money for you.
Yeah, but he's going to scan the bracelet.
Yeah, of course he is. How else? I mean, where do you think the money's coming from?
I'm Bling, I was assuming.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, when he scans it, then it's going to charge Bling.
If we take a little bit here and a little bit there, we get a big pile of money, and then we get the fuck out of there, dude. Or you know what? Bling's not going to be around forever. Shit happens.
Well,
this is the tough business.
No, yeah.
You know who it was before Bling?
Who was it?
I don't know. I don't remember. That's the point. Shit moves quick around here.
No.
People forget.
There's no...
Look.
Well,
I'm not... Look, you don't got to say yes or no.
Yeah, no. Listen, I just think...
I just know the situation.
I just think that there's a better way of doing that.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is a great plan.
I don't know.
My friend can move stuff around on the back end, and he won't even know.
I don't know.
All
you know what?
Is the front end device that we run a different code in the back,
right,
to make the transaction.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know Bling's financial network.
Yeah.
I know how this shit works.
All right. Well, I'll you know what? I'll think about it. I don't know. Still sounds, to be honest, sounds risky to me. Yeah. And just me not wanting the bracelet and then me robbing Bling. It's kind of like two different things.
He doesn't even know. You think he knows how much money he has in there? You think he has any idea?
I don't know.
He doesn't know what you owe him until he decides to turn your shit off. He doesn't even care.
Right.
It's all credited to him. You think he pays any of it back?
Well, I mean, I know he's... but he's not stupid. I know my apartment, I'm pretty sure it's probably bugged. At least...
Pretty sure, you think?
Yeah, I mean, so if he's... For all I know, you're bugged. Mm-hmm. For all I know, this is,
You're right.
It's not something that I don't know. I'm not. If I had to pick somebody to rob, it probably wouldn't be him.
Yeah, but there's nobody else worth robbing. Those are the guys who are worth fleecing. Are the ones that you shouldn't be fleecing.
Yeah, I guess.
Come on, you just got to be smarter than them. That guy's not that smart. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. Like I said, I'll think about it. But
you don't have to say yes or no right now.
Right.
Think about it.
Okay.
Just don't say anything to your friend about it.
No.
That's all I'm asking you. This is you and me, our business opportunity.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I just turn straight and I just sit there like kind of awkwardly.
So you drive up and you finally get to that area where there's another pull off. This time it's on the opposite side of the road, and Frank slides the truck up into a slip next to it. It's kind of like a little parking area, and the place is dead and shut down. All the shutters are closed, and the little hatches that open up are all closed. What you see in there is maybe about 6 or 8 of these giant, almost like tour bus size vans,
mm-hmm.
with tents and stuff hanging off of them. It looks like some kind of like gypsy colony or something.
Okay. And are there gates to like in this place, or or is just like an open campground?
They've parked in a way that they almost have it made like a little fortress out of the area, so you can't get in.
So they circled the wagons, so to speak.
Exactly. And then on the roofs of some of them, you see a couple of guys with long-looking rifles and just kind of walking back and forth across the tops of the vans.
With rifles, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And I see this. I'm close enough to see them. They're close enough to see me, right? Or you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I tell Frank, pull over.
Okay.
I don't want to just run. I think those guys have guns.
Yeah. So you you pull over to the side. The one of the guards, the ones that's closest to you, sees you.
Mm-hmm.
He signals for the other ones, and they all come running to the corner. And they flick up a light and flip it on you guys and shine it on the front of the car.
Okay.
It's like light is just pouring through the window.
Okay. Am I blinded by this? Like,
no, you're okay.
And I don't mean physically blinded, but now can I see past that light to see?
It's hard to see.
On?
You can see the shapes of the three of them.
There's three of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So then they come in. All right. So I'm still in the truck, right?
Yeah. Everybody's in the truck.
So I slowly put my open right hand out the window, like almost like hands up type of thing.
Yep.
And I wave that hand for kind of like waving hello.
Okay.
And then we're stopped, right?
Yep.
Hey, Frank, just don't move. And I open up the handle, and I slowly step out, my hands up in the air.
Okay. He cups his hands around his mouth. He goes, "We're closed. Go back to your vehicle. Come back tomorrow."
Okay. I go, okay, cool. Is it all right if we sleep in the truck out here?
We prefer you back up about 100 yards.
Okay, we'll do that. See you tomorrow. Thanks. I get back in the car.
Yeah.
I close the door.
Okay.
I go, all right, Frank, back up. What do you say, 150 yards?
100 yards or something?
Yeah, go 150.
All right. So he starts to go backwards, and he realizes it's just a fucking pain in the ass. So he throws the
turn
truck in
around.
reverse. He turns around, does like a T-turn, and drives down about 150 yards, turns the truck around again so it's facing back the way you guys have to go, and puts it in park and turns off the engine.
Okay. And we're off the road, so we're not going to get rear-ended or anything.
No. Should be fine.
All right. I mean, I know you were sleeping for a while, but I didn't get any sleep.
No.
So if it's all right, man, I'll just take a nap.
Yeah.
We have to wait till light anyway. What time is it?
It's 3:00 in the morning.
3:00 in the morning.
Probably about 3-4 hours.
All right.
Which is actually hard to predict because the sun comes up and goes down at completely different times.
Right.
Because of all the wars. It's messed with the axis of the planet. It's kind of wobbling on its axis. So some days the sun comes up at 5, and some days it doesn't come until 8. The same thing with when it goes down. It's really random. Some days are longer and some nights are longer.
Huh.
But yeah, you look over and he's already got his head down. He's already got his head against the window.
Flies.
And they love it out here. And he's just snoring away already.
Oh, so he's all right.
Yeah.
Good. So then I just kick my I take my charge pistol out of my holster. No, probably a stupid idea. I put it back.
Okay.
And I just I hold it up like I'm going to do something with it, and then I just realize it's stupid, and I put it back. Then I lay back down, like I recline the chair back, and I just try to take a nap.
Okay.
Yeah.
High or low?
Low.
So you kind of lay there. You can't really get comfortable. You kind of doze slightly, but you don't really get any significant amount of sleep.
Oh, jeez, great. All right. So now we're at that. Are we at the hour? Like, is the light up yet?
Yeah. So you're watching the clock go by, and it's getting close to 7, and right around 6.
Oh, I should have said me, but I set an alarm for 4 hours on some device.
Okay.
Because if I go to sleep, I mean, we'll be.
There's a timer on the console. You could try to figure it out if you want.
Yeah, I do it before. Let's
roll a
rewind.
20-sided die.
15.
What's your intelligence bonus?
Nothing.
Okay. So you managed to find a way to set a timer. You think you set it right for 4 hours. So.
Okay.
But I mean, the thing is,
So
you
I'm just gonna lay there
don't
until it goes
ever
off.
doze. Yeah, you just keep looking up, and it's like an hour later. And
Right.
It's like right around 6:45, the sun starts to peak up over the horizon. You can hear within that little compound where they're all parked. You can hear people start to move around. You see smoke start to rise up from the inside of it.
Okay.
Some cups of coffee are handed up to the guards. You can kind of make out that they're up there drinking coffee, and the sun is rising behind them.
All right. I take the calf that's between my legs, and
Okay.
I just start fucking guzzling it, I guess.
Okay. So now Glume still has not moved since he laid down.
Right.
Before.
Now I check myself.
Okay.
Make sure everything's still intact. Is the vehicle nothing?
You
anything
healed
happened?
your 1 hit point of damage.
Let me take that off. And so then I walk into No, I don't walk into town yet. I gotta wake them up.
Yep. Okay.
So I wake the guys up.
Okay. So Frank is. What? Yeah, I'm ready. What?
Yeah, it's morning. I think the place is opening up. Glume, you awake?
And Glume opens his eyes and immediately sits up. And then he reaches in his bag and he's just like starting to pull like food out and shove it in his face.
All right. All right, so I check my backpack, make sure everything is good.
Okay.
They a little bit suit up, guys. I don't know. Do we drive in, you think, or do we walk in?
I don't know. I think it's a walk-up thing.
All right. So maybe we just leave the truck here, or maybe we pull it up a little bit more?
Okay. Yeah, no, you could drive. You have heard some people kind of drive by you in the wee hours, like heading that way. So, they were probably are parked. There's got to be a way to park down there.
Oh, yeah. So then let's just pull up on it. And,
okay.
See how it goes.
So you pull up, near it where there's a bunch of other vehicles parked, and you close up the truck, and then Glume is stretching. Oh, he's stretching. Mm-hmm. And Frank is pulling the back of his jumpsuit out of the crack of his ass. And
okay.
All right. So you're walking up.
Oop.
Did I hit something?
No.
Okay. You're walking up to this area, and it looks like the area. This is a little bit different than the other one. It straddles over both of the gap in the middle of the bridge.
Okay.
And sticks out, and then it goes down to a point in the middle where you can tell where they had to drive all their stuff up onto. But for you, there's like a set of stairs, like a spiral staircase that hangs out of the bottom.
Is there a place to put this car?
Well, you parked. You had to park further away. I thought you just parked and got out.
No.
Yeah, last thing I
Did
remember,
we?
you parked and you got out.
Oh,
Yeah, you were walking up to the place, remember? Yeah. No.
All right, so we're strolling towards this entrance, this visitor entrance.
It looks like the spiral staircase kind of spins down so they can retract it up at night or whatever.
Oh.
So it spins down and you guys can mount the staircase and go up into this area up above you where you can hear some noise.
Okay.
Like crowd noise.
All right. Did I step into this thing yet?
Well, no, you can start climbing the stairs if you want.
Well, no, I stop here and I'm. Did we need to, being that both drivers completely slept?
Mm-hmm.
Do we even need to go into this town?
You wanted to buy stuff, though.
I did?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I wanted to buy.
Oh, okay. You said you needed a shovel. Actually, you're kind of obsessed with shovels, and then when you have the chance to buy, you had
I showed you my nail. It still hasn't grown back.
Okay, but then buy a shovel. Every time you look at your nail, say,
all right, buy a shovel.
Am I right, Glume?
I thought that was Glume.
No, it was Frank. Sorry. I got to give Frank something different.
Well, how does Frank know that about me?
Oh,
right.
Yeah, you're right.
It was Glume.
It was Glume. Sorry. Yeah, it was Glume. Yeah.
Right.
It just doesn't sound. I didn't think it was him because it didn't sound like him. Not just how he was saying it, but what he was saying was like not Glume like what the fuck's wrong with you? Buy a goddamn shovel.
Well, that's true.
He'd
be like, yeah, a shovel.
All right. Do we need stuff or do we not? I feel like we always go to buy stuff and we never buy everything we need.
We're here. Let's go in because, and I'm going to just get a shovel because if it turns out that I need a shovel, I'm going to be really upset that I stood here, was able to possibly get a shovel, and didn't get one.
Well, what do we have?
At this point, if there's nothing in this truck, we have this huge truck, let's get a shovel and throw the shovel in the back of the truck. Okay, so I step onto the staircase thing and start going up.
Climb up in, and it opens up into like what it looks like you're standing in the middle of like another little shopping bazaar with lots of little places to walk around, and like I said, they're backed up into these vans, and the doors are open, and inside there's people cooking, there's a woman showing clothes, there's all kinds of activity around here. You've got a little weapon stand where they're selling some handheld weapons, swords and things of that ilk, and they have a few limited firearms, like looks like some kind of a long arm rifle looking thing, similar to what the guys on the roof of the vans were holding. Some thrown together pieces of armor that, on a piece of leather, things like that.
I look around, do I see a shovel store?
Well, there's like a general store area where you see some guys buying some,
like, is there a camping store maybe,
yeah,
or something like that, or the equivalent of a hardware
store? Yeah, you see a lot of like hardwares and tools coming out of this one area where there's a heavyset guy in a greasy apron sitting behind the counter.
All right, Glume, maybe we can get a shovel over there. Do you guys need anything? Is there anything that you guys would want to pick up?
Got everything I need right here.
All right, good. And Glume, you're good too, right?
I think I'm. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
You want to check out those rifles over there? Some of those look nice. No, right? I mean, your rifle's nice.
I like mine.
Yeah. All right, so let's go over there because I'm gonna get a shovel. No, I said your rifle's nice.
Okay.
You probably don't need a rifle. But I don't know rifles as well as you know rifles.
Nice rifle.
Yeah.
Well, self-conscious.
No, it's a cool rifle.
Okay.
You see that hardware store over there? I'm going to head towards it.
Okay. So you walk over towards the hardware store.
Shovel.
Okay. So the guy's there, and he's leaning out the window, and he's got like a little visor on. He's like, "Whoa, hey, what can I do for you?"
Hey, how's it going?
I don't know why why am I doing bling again?
I don't know.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm looking for a shovel. You have any shovels?
Oh yeah, we got shovels. What kind? You want like a full shovel? You want a folding shovel? You want a spade? You want a square shovel?
I think like a
I
regular.
have hose.
No.
You want a hoe?
No. What's a hoe?
You use it to dig the ground.
Yeah, no. What about what would you use for scooping ground?
You want like a spade shovel? Here, take one of these compact shovels. It folds in half, and it's got oh my god! I just got attacked by something. Or just
there's a lot of bugs out.
Well, I'm in the wood. We're in the woods.
I guess it's a good sign.
Sorry. Anyways, you see the size of that dragonfly that tried to fly in my ear?
Yeah, some of those are like poisonous. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, you're right. He reaches out and grabs some kind of cream and starts to slather it on the back of his neck where the dragonfly was, down his arms, and it just smells bad.
Where did you get that cream from?
We make it here. It's all made here. We're very self-sufficient.
What's
Everything
that for?
you see here, we make.
Where'd you put? What was it for?
Like an insect repellent, like a sun protector. It's
really.
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't keep you smearing on yourself to keep those bugs away.
Yeah. He goes, make a spot check. DC 15.
20.
Okay, so roll the 20 again.
Well, no, it wasn't a natural 20.
I'm
sorry, it's 13 plus my 7 spot.
So, you and coming off the lotion, you smell something very familiar. It's like a sweet, like a cinnamony almost smell, but also like a little floral too. It's very hard to describe what it is, but it smells.
Something I recognize.
You recognize it as something that you would always smell when Riggs would make you the drink. There was something extra that he was putting in there.
And this smells like one of them.
Something in this lotion, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good, man. I think maybe we'll buy some of that too.
Oh, you want the lotion? I don't know. Okay, sure.
The lotion and the shovel. Yeah, okay. I mean, we'll just slather up my buddies too.
All right. So you have what do you got? You got bronze, gold, silver. What do you got on you? How are we making the trade here?
Oh, you need hard money?
Well, yeah.
I only have this bracelet thing. Do I have any money on me?
Let me see how much that's worth. Is that tech? Let me see that. You want to trade the bracelet?
No, I can't do that. Did I have any? Yeah, see, we had no hard cash.
Mm-hmm.
No, so I don't have.
Frank walks up and he puts a couple of silver pieces in the guy's hand. He goes, "Come on, let's just go." What are you doing? You come shopping and you don't have money.
I know. I thought this was money. I asked Glume for money.
Kid, you got to stick.
And he said he uses the bracelet.
But I said so. Now you guys are like almost standing off to the side arguing. The guys are looking at you while he's putting the money away. I said in the Citadel it's like money, but it's not. This isn't the Citadel.
Well, where do you go get? Well, I didn't know.
You got to have money with you.
I had no idea. I don't know where. I had no idea. I had to have hard money on me. I asked for hard money when I was back in the Citadel. I didn't know, and now I got this bracelet. I'm broke again. I'm like, this is ridiculous, dude. Don't forget a shovel with that too, right? We're gonna shovel and the lotion.
Yeah, he puts the shovel.
And then I
go
back to Frank. Frank, you know, this. I was, it's not my fault.
Okay,
is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So, maybe we have to sell something now to get some hard cash.
Look, kid, we'll get you some cash. Just stick with me. I'll get you cash.
No,
no, not that thing. Just in general,
we'll
get you cash.
We're not talking about that. So let's.
Well, what do you mean you're not talking like that? You're kind of offending me here.
No. We're not talking about that in front of because you said
who?
Glume, how's it going?
Huh? Just eating.
He's eating.
Yeah.
Okay. And I put my eyes towards Glume.
Yeah, he actually bought some kind of meat on a stick from a vendor and that was grilling it out on
How
the.
was it? Glume.
Yeah,
How'd you get that?
I bought it.
How'd you buy it?
I have money. Do you need money? You want to borrow money? Who goes to buy something without money?
How do you remember in my apartment
Yeah,
when we were talking about how I hate, having a wristband?
yeah,
And I said it'd be nice to have like gold pieces or copper pieces like I had
Yeah.
before. And I don't like Owen and all that stuff.
yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah. Well, how come?
I mean, I don't have a lot of money, but I have a little.
Well, where'd you get it?
You sell something here, you sell something here, there. You pick it up out here too.
All right. Well, I'm going to do the same thing, but I just there isn't a way to do that in the Citadel to get real money.
Yeah, you could put the bracelet up, and then they'll give you real money.
All right. Well, we should have did that before we left town.
Yeah,
but
it all happened very quickly, though.
We did walk.
He
I
pretty
knew
much
we walked
threw us out the back.
fast.
I know. I think I was surprised he said yes. I'm still surprised. Like, how are we here?
I
This
don't
is
know.
great.
I don't think. Well, now, all right.
Isn't
I
this
have no
place
money
great?
again. I look through my bag.
All right.
What do I have in my bag?
I don't know what's in your bag.
I didn't
You
bring
tell
my
me.
reading glasses.
What?
I got first aid kits. I got MREs, a flashlight. Got some power cells. 150 feet rub gloves. Hey, you guys like fireworks?
Who are you talking to?
The proprietor of the store. I never even got his name. I
Oh.
didn't ask him his name, so we just.
It's I rolled something for it earlier because I figured you were going to be talking to this guy. His name is.
I don't need to know. Well, I mean, unless you want him to have a name.
He has to have a name. I mean,
He does?
I don't know.
I don't know. You walk into Home Depot, you don't ask everybody their name, though it's plastered on their chest usually. But
His name is Rados.
Rados.
Yes,
Hi, how you doing, Rados?
I'm great.
So
great.
do you guys
It's a beautiful day.
do you guys like pyro stuff?
Pyros. I
like
mean,
fireworks? Like I think is that
like-
what we called them when we saw?
like ordnance, like gunpowder.
No, like for like celebrating stuff. Like it's like pyro
Pyrotechnics?
something. Yeah, that's it.
Pyrotechnics.
That's the word.
It's pyrotechnics,
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. Do you know
They
anyone who wants to
got
buy
some-
pyrotechnics?
I'll buy some. I'm sure. Let me see. Let me see.
I found these in this old place, and I would have had more, but a lot of them went off
All right,
on
so
accident
okay.
because not on accident. Somebody threw with something. Someone set something on fire, and well, whatever. I have two of them. They're big though,
Okay.
decent size, I think,
Let me see.
and I take them out of my backpack.
Okay. Can I examine it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. So he takes one of them, starts looking at it. He taps on it, shakes it next to his hand. Then you can see him talking to somebody behind there, and the two more guys come over. They start looking at it. Okay. What do you want for something like this?
Frank, what are these?
Give
what are
the
these
kid
worth?
200 gold for both.
Okay, so what do you?
He goes, 185.
I look at Frank.
195.
I want to watch you. I want to watch you
Okay.
haggle with yourself.
Frank's like, look. What's your Rathos, Ragos, whatever you. Anyways, you know how much gunpowder you can get out of those. You can make ammunition for your rifles. You could make maybe 600 rounds of ammunition out of one of those things. So come on, 195. And Ragos looks up at his friends, and they look down. They're all kind of scratching their chins and their heads. He's like, 190, not a penny more, not a copper more. Frank's like, kind of looks at you.
I mean, that sounds fair to me.
Okay.
Want to do it? That's fine, Frank. Thank you. I hand them the two over and to collect the 190 gold.
All right. So the guy gives you 190 gold in like 4 different bags, in little pouches that are like velcroed up and sealed up.
All right. So can you give Frank back the silver, and then I'm going to pay for the lotion and the shovel.
Okay. Wait a minute. You already bought that.
Okay. So can you break one of these gold for silver so I can give Frank 2 silver back?
No, I'm not a money changer. The money changers is over there.
You only have gold?
No,
You don't make change
I'm
with
here to
people?
do business. We did business. I'm done with you guys.
Okay. Did we got the shovel? Did I have the
You
shovel?
have the shovel.
I have
You
the
have
lotion?
the lotion. He put it in a bag, a paper bag. He handed it to you.
Okay.
Then he took the gunpowder. Then you went back and you sold the gunpowder things. There's all these weird protracted
Oh, okay.
conversations. Like you guys are coming and going.
All right.
Now he's just annoyed with you.
He's annoyed with us.
Yeah.
All right. I just leave. I was going to ask him how he makes the lotion. Hey, do you make this lotion or do you buy it?
My
also?
daughter makes it.
Your daughter makes it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thanks.
Okay.
And I walk off.
Okay.
So I should add the one. What was it? 190 gold.
190 gold.
I'll put that under others, not equipment.
If you want to break the gold into silver, what was it? 2 silver pieces. Get 10 silver from a gold, and give 2 to Frank. But it's a heavy little sum of money. Like it's heavy.
So I got 189 gold, and I have 8 silver.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
thanks. You didn't have to pay me back.
I don't have to carry that pyro around anymore.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
those things were heavy.
Hopefully we don't need it.
Yeah. Well, why would we need fireworks? I mean, I guess you could make stuff out of it, but I don't know how to make stuff out of it. And I got ammo.
Okay.
You have ammo, right, Frank?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got ammo.
Okay.
We're
in town. Anybody need anything before we leave?
You don't even know the ammo I got.
Okay. Well, if we're good on everything, are we good on everything?
I guess so.
All right. So,
all right. And so you're walking away.
I look for a food stand.
Okay. They're all over the place.
So I'm just going to walk up to one and maybe just get some food.
Okay.
Maybe want some food.
So you walk up and there's a hippie-looking woman there making some kind of. She's tossing salads.
Okay.
Like salads to order.
Salads to order.
Greens to order.
Okay.
And she's tossing them up in a bowl.
Okay. Is there any meat there?
Oh, you can add meat.
I can add meat to what kind of meat you have?
Well, you have lamb.
Okay. All right. Let me get a salad.
Okay.
With lamb.
Okay.
Give
me braised or
boiled
the lamb?
Braised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double lamb.
All right. Double lamb.
Double
lamb.
She
starts to whip you up as this.
You guys want anything?
No, Glume's got like a fistful of the things on a stick now. He's got.
All right, well, Glume,
the other hand is filled
good.
with empty sticks, and the other one's got like 5 of this meat on a stick thing that he's.
Frank,
eating.
you don't want one of these?
No, I'm good. This place is turning my stomach. Can we go, please?
All right. Well, I'm going to just eat this fast.
Okay.
So how much?
All right. Which gives you like a silver.
One silver, 7 silver.
Right. And then
I smell it.
Okay.
Before I eat it.
Smells good.
Smells all right?
Yep.
All right. So
She's like, I grew those greens right on the roof of this house.
Wow.
In my garden.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very fresh.
Yes.
And
very fresh.
Thank you very much. And I start to eat it.
Okay. What about my tip?
As I'm chewing it, I give her another silver. And
thank you.
And I tell her I'm like, that is delicious. Thanks.
Yep. Very crunchy, and you enjoy it. It's got some kind of balsamic-y dressing that she made with all kinds of herbs from her garden and some vinegar and it's very nice.
No, you should have got one of these, Frank.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. It's delicious.
So, make a quick spot check.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay.
1.
Okay. Roll. So.
Now I have to roll.
No, there's nothing else to roll.
Oh, okay.
So you're just eating and kind of walking towards the exit, I guess, and walking through this mass of people now that are packed in this little, like I said, this pull-off that's like constructed for this little bazaar that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And you get over near the corner where the way out is. You have to wait for somebody to come in,
and
then the ladder's open for you guys to go out. And Frank is like, can't be quick enough to get to the ladder.
Okay. I turn to Glume. I'm still chewing. I guess we're both still chewing, maybe?
Yep.
He didn't like it here.
No. You see the outfit he's wearing?
You know Frank a long time, right?
I know him a long time. Yeah, I know of Frank, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to know?
Well, he's in our vicinity.
Frank
right?
has now mounted the staircase and he's going down.
He's way
so now
ahead
he's
of us.
out of earshot for a second.
This guy seemed cool. Is he cool to you, or you think?
He seems nice.
All right,
he's helpful.
And I keep chewing and keep walking.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with them.
Okay.
I mean, do you have sense motive as a skill?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So just think about that when you're doing all this stuff. Is it sense motive? Is it developed skill, a capability to read people? You might have to play a little more naive than you are. I'm not saying do anything stupid, but sense motive is a skill. So to trust somebody or not trust somebody, we make a roll.
Right.
And that's kind of what you're trying to gauge. You're trying to suss it out, but
I'm asking Glume would he?
Yeah, but
I'm trying to gather information. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to do some detective work on him. So they're saying that.
So if you want to roll a straight up sense motive, and then I'll tell you.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? You sense motive is a skill that's developed by people over the course of their age, right? When you're a kid and somebody says, "Oh, that's that," you go, "Oh, you're right. It's like you develop that skill. You don't even have it.
No, I don't have that skill at all.
So I'm not telling you to stop what you're doing, but just keep that in mind that you're naive. That's also next to spot, sense motive, and bluff are two of the most useful skills.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how bluff is. I mean, you don't have to be super charismatic to bluff, but you might, you can only be good at it by developing the skill of bluffing.
Charisma, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could overcome your charismatic negative.
Yeah, no, I don't have sense motive.
Yeah, sense motive, spot, and bluff.
Okay.
Very good skills. So anyways, having said that, after that interlude of nonsense, so Glume's like, I mean, Frank's around. He wasn't around before. He's been around a lot lately, and he's around Bling a lot.
Right.
Like, he keeps real close to him. He deals with a lot of the financials. Risk runs a gambling place on the other side of the sector for Bling, and Frank's involved with that somehow.
Okay.
So he's a money guy. I have no idea why he's here. It's weird.
All right. Okay, so we get in the car. Which of you two guys, who wants to drive?
I'll drive. Glume's like, I'll drive.
Yeah, you slept a good amount of time.
I slept pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
We got maybe about 3 or 4 hours, and then we'll be there.
We'll be in Timberlen in 3-4 hours?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
So
Glume hops up in the driver's seat.
I jump in the passenger seat after. I let Frank in.
Yep. Frank squeezes into the back.
Awkwardly
squeezes it. In his spandex suit, as he crawls across, you can see that it literally looks like his ass is eating the spandex suit, and it's just sweat. Like,
Frank, you sure you didn't want to buy pants?
These are pants.
All right.
They're not my pants, though.
Yeah, I know what someone was saying.
I
think they saw a store with nice pants in there.
He's just crawling across and just mumbling to himself.
All right. And once he gets in, then I get in the passenger seat and close the door.
All right. So you close the door. You guys get in. Glume starts up the truck.
Let's go.
And you start heading off down the road again.
Down the road again.
So now, the rest of the trip is pretty uneventful for the most part. Daytime travel is a lot safer than nighttime travel. Less opportunity for encounters, too, because a lot of things come out more at night than in the daytime.
Okay.
Nocturnal. But you're approaching Timberlen, and as we approach Timberlen, what I'm going to task you with, Nick, is to tell me, what does your character remember of Timberlen?
Oh,
childhood memories.
Okay.
They don't even have to be full-fledged shaped things, but what you're driving towards it, and you can see the tree line starting to reach.
So it's starting to become visible.
Yep. And actually, at one point, Glume pulls off of the elevated highway and starts driving right towards a huge sprawling area of trees. It looks like a pretty thick forest.
Okay. As we're driving towards it, I see off to the right there's a little flat field.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just dirt. It's just packed down dirt from kids running on it. And I remember kicking a ball around on that with a friend or two. And I'm staring at that field. And I'm just thinking of that. I'm thinking of that moment for a little while. And then I just start scanning the rest of it.
So you pass that area, and what you remember the most about that area was when your father and a lot of the other loggers would come out. That was back when the forest had extended this far out.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally had cleared that area. You and your friends had kind of joked about the idea that it looked like an arena where you guys could play ball. I think it was kind of naturally constructed there, just the way they cut down the wood.
Mhm.
And so you guys played there while they continued to log and remove a lot of the other wood, and they pulled the wood got wore back, and you're in a bit more of an open area. And as you wind through the road, you get to the area where the thing about Timberlen is the way that they protect themselves, like anybody else, is to use the natural environment to protect them, right?
Right.
Places are defensible in some way. So what you remembered about Timberlen was that the woods got more and more dense, and it actually became almost a tangle. And there were only certain areas that you could really pass through with any kind of large vehicle.
Right. But now you said that area that was getting logged back.
Yeah, but you drove past that, and
I
you're
drove
driving
past it.
towards the edge of the woods, where
Right.
you remember that just the woods being very tangled and twisted, and it got thicker and thicker as you got back towards your settlement where it
Okay.
almost formed like a wall of trees that had kind of grown into each other in these weird ways. And it was defensible in that you couldn't bring large vehicles back to that area very easily.
Okay.
And you know that there are one or two ways where you can. So, you kind of lean over to Glume and you say, "Hey, Glume, if you go this way, there's a large area."
So I know a little bit of the way.
A lot of the logging trucks and wagons used to come in through this main way.
Right.
And then what they can actually do is they can actually clip these boughs of trees that they've pulled back to drop in the path to kind of hide it, and also like to obstruct it so you can't drive through there.
Right. So like I point Glume, I guess, in that direction because
Okay.
I know that that's the way in.
Yeah.
But I'm mostly just quiet.
Okay.
Just not really saying much, just looking around.
So as you know that you guys are driving, he turned and he's driving along the edge of the forest where you can actually still drive.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that the entrance that you're talking to is just up around the bend.
Mm-hmm.
You can almost get excited. You could feel like the butterflies. Like you could feel your body like decompressing, returning to this place because you remember. And you have so many fond, very pure memories of like just being outside, being in the sun,
Mm-hmm.
being with your family and cared for and secure. And as the truck rounds the bend to this area that like I said, the logging equipment would pass through,
Mm-hmm.
you see that it's just completely burned out and smoldering. Like there's like a large portion of the woods that are just completely gutted from fire. You actually drive past just tons and tons of burnt trees that are just kind of hanging there. And then you can see above it all just smoke just starting to rise. Not even starting to rise. Like it's not super heavy smoke because it's burned out, but you can see that it goes back pretty far. And the truck turns the bend and kind of stops, and you could just see this huge burned out area.
So I stare at it. Now this was the town?
No, it's further down the way, but you could see that this is like extended, like almost as far as you could see.
So would we have to drive through this?
Yes.
Right.
And the irony of it is, it
Is
looks
it
like
possible to
somebody
drive through?
has driven through it.
Okay.
Huge tires crushed a lot of the burned out tree trunks and stuff, and you could tell that several large vehicles have passed through here and were heading towards where your town would be.
I said I don't need to look around because I already absorbed all this.
Yep.
I'm probably just I'm just awestruck at it at the moment, and I'm just staring at it blankly. Part of me, of course, felt that the odds weren't good that I was going to really see anything good here. So I kind of knew that, but there's a difference in, thinking about it as a possibility versus seeing it actually possibly being true. I don't know it's true yet, but it's not looking good so far. So I'm trying to brace myself like a little bit internally, and I just tell Glume, I tell him go.
Okay.
Drive through.
So he throws the car into gear, and you guys pull through the area, the burned out area, and it must have been a huge swath of flame that could have cut through here and did it. And parts of it looked like everything was completely incinerated, and then on the outskirts of it, you can tell that it had burned a little bit, but that it had all been crushed through by something very large and very powerful rolling through here. And you approach further and further where you can see outside the weeds, the trees get thicker and thicker and thicker and then kind of stop and thin out. And that would be where your town starts. And as you crest that kind of natural wall of trees
Mm-hmm.
and drive through, the whole gate that would have been there is completely burned out. All the wood is hanging. It's been burned out for, like I said, a decent amount of time, I would say. since it's kind of
We're
smoldering.
talking months or years?
No,
or?
maybe a day or two. You know how these fires could take time to burn out at some point. But that it's still kind of smoldering, and you can even still feel hot coals in places as you drive through. And you enter this area now, you see is just bodies laying all over the place. Everything's been burned out.
The whole town.
The whole town is gone.
Glume, stop. I open up the door and I kind of test with my foot to see if I could stand on this stuff, if it's just going to... I mean, the tires aren't going to melt or anything. I don't know how hot the ground is. It's just blackened at this point.
You're okay. Yeah,
I'm standing on coal, essentially.
Yeah.
I closed the door, and I go and I start walking into town.
Okay.
I pull my pistol out and I'm just holding it as I'm just walking straight into town. I don't say anything to anybody. I just walk.
All right. So behind you, you can hear the back door pop open, and you hear some movement from behind you, and then the other door slowly opens on the other side, and you can hear somebody get out, and they start walking towards you as you're walking into town, and you can see the husks of different structures that have kind of been burned out.
Right.
You can see bodies hanging out of windows. There's a bunch that were just literally lined up in the street and just executed one after the other.
I look towards my father's logging operation, where he used to cut down logs.
Yeah, make boards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you go back and you can see where his shop was. It's maybe not as burned as the rest, and you can see two bodies out front, and then on the wall next to the door into the workshop is an older guy with a beard leaned against the wall like this, and he's
maybe like burnt to a crisp, or is he's
about half burned. It looks like his right arm is burned and his shoulder and part of his torso, but he's just sitting there.
Is he breathing?
Make a spot check.
1 again.
You can't tell if he's breathing from where you are. Actually, roll 1 again. Actually, let me do this. Okay, that would just be terrible.
18.
Yeah, you're fine. So there's no pluses on the second one.
I didn't know I was rolling. I thought I was rolling for a different thing.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
If you roll 1, you got to roll 1 again. So you can't really tell from where he is, but he doesn't look as in bad a shape as a lot of the other bodies. Like the other bodies are kind of laying at awkward angles, or mostly burned, or shot to pieces, or ripped to pieces.
Right. I start walking closer to him. I don't know how close I was.
Okay.
And I'm like, Mister, hello, can you hear me? Like I'm waving at him. I'm trying to see if I can get his attention, to see if he's alive, because I can't tell if he's breathing or not.
He kind of moves his head a little bit and opens his eyes, and you can see that his beard used to be black, but now it's mostly gray, but there are like streaks of black in it. And he opens his eyes, and you see, like many people in your town, they have a little bit of an almond shape to it, and his skin is dark.
Mm-hmm.
And he opens his eyes, and he goes, oh, and he gets jarred for a second, and then he kind of loses his energy, and he slumps again, and he's like, just go ahead and kill me. You killed everybody else.
I get like right in front of him, get down on a knee, and kind of like get as close as I can. I go, who did this?
Make a spot roll.
20. 13 plus 7, not natural.
All right. And you kneel down to talk to him, and you ask him who did this, and you see his face. It just has a certain level of familiarity to it. You can't really put your finger on it, but there's something there. And you start to think about the fact that that your father ran a shop, but he had it with his brother. Now, this isn't your father. You would know your father. And this isn't your mother, but you had an uncle that also worked with him. And this looks like it might be your uncle. He's been fatally shot and burned.
Okay. So I'm thinking that it might be my uncle.
Yep.
But I don't know for sure.
Well, you're not. I mean, you're fuzzy, but you remember. And you look at him, and he kind of resembles you. You see the way his nose looks from one side, or maybe the shape of his eyes, or his mouth. There's a familiarity there.
Right. I look at him a little closer, squint at him, and I go, I don't know if this is cool to do this. I'm just going to say, I'm going to go, all right. I'm going to go, Uncle Ken?
He opens his eyes. He's like, yeah, my name's Ken. How do I know you?
You're my father's brother.
And he kind of looks at you and he blinks his eyes. He's like, Meecho?
Yeah, it's me.
Yes, but everybody thought you were dead.
No, I somehow made it. One of my friends helped me out, saved my life a couple of times, and I got here. What happened? What happened here?
The same. It was the same guys that came and took you. They, when they came, they wiped us out. Most of the men were away. And they had us and they took the kids. And it was terrible. Your mother never recovered. Her heart was broken. But they came back this time and they didn't care. They burned this place down and they killed everybody. Except and he kind of starts to lose consciousness.
Uncle Ken. I try and rouse him up.
Okay.
I look to see if I go into my first aid kit and I just whip out bandages. You said there's a hole there. Like I try and a gunshot or something. I just try and shove something in there.
Make a first aid roll, DC 20.
Well, wait, what do I add to that? Nothing, right?
You have the first aid skill?
No.
So it's -4 plus your intelligence or something. So. Treat wound, it might be.
Yeah, treat injury. I think I do have that.
Okay.
I can't see though. I can't see. Right.
Okay.
I got to bring my reading glasses.
Yeah,
next
you didn't bring a pencil.
No, I didn't get.
Reading glasses.
Injury.
You don't have it. Okay.
No.
So you have whatever. You have what's your intelligence bonus? You don't have one.
No,
right.
no.
So you are very emotional by the situation, and he's bleeding out pretty bad, and he's really badly burned. I mean, like 3rd-degree burns, and you're rubbing out creams and you're applying pressure and it's just overwhelming that the blood will not stop. The wound is exceptionally jagged. Whatever he was shot with was a cruel implement, something that literally just tore his guts out. But he was always a tough old son of a bitch.
Right.
You remember his hands. You used to think of them like they were almost like mahogany. They were these big, hard hands. And you look at your hands and you can see that it's the same hands now as you grew older and as you developed and as you used your strength. You're built the same way as him, He's not super tall. He's more like stocky and just thick. Mm-hmm. His fingers are thick. His neck is thick.
So I just keep pressure there, even though I know I'm doing nothing probably. But I'm not even thinking about my effectiveness at this point. Okay. I'm just keeping it there. And I'm just and I just get next to him and just squeeze the wound down and just hold him.
You push on the wound and the pain sears through him. And he goes, ugh, okay, kind of brings him out of it again.
So, all right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop the bleeding. And I just ease up on it a little bit.
So he tries to pick up his good hand, and he puts it on the side of your head. He's like, they took your mother.
She's alive?
I think so. They shot everybody else. They didn't even ask any questions. They just took her.
I'll get her.
His breathing is just getting heavier. He's like, you got her.
Uncle Ken, I'll get her. I stand up and I look around. I reach in my bag for some water and I give him some water because I don't know what else to do for him at this point. So I'm just standing there thinking of something I could do. Glume, is there anything we do to help him?
He's on the truck. He's like on the top of the truck with his rifle, just looking around in every direction.
Frank, you know anything we could do?
Kid, I think it's too late.
So I just sit down next to him.
Okay. He takes a sip of the water. He starts coughing, and he kind of lifts his hand up. It looks like it's a tremendous amount of effort over the top of your head, and you can just feel that big hard hand on the top of your head. Just you kind of pats your head once, you kind of pats your head twice, and then his arm just kind of slumps and he's gone.
And so when I sensed, I guess, the life go out of him, I squeeze him. I hold him. I stick my, like I'm against him, so I stick my nose into his hair and take a strong whiff, just try and suck in the scent of him from when I was a little kid.
Yeah, and almost as if to hold on to that last moment before the warmth leaves his body. Like he's less himself. Because here you are, you finally got here, and then it's all taken from you again.
Right. So I'm just trying to suck it as much in and hold it in.
Okay.
Then he slumps down, and then I lower him, and I look at Glume, and I go, I'm going to go get the shovel.
Okay.
And I start walking towards the truck to get the shovel.
And they're quiet. They're just quiet. Like it's awkward. And the woods are deathly quiet too. Unlike the woods here.
It's pretty quiet.
Yeah. And they kind of stand there silently. Frank comes over, he puts his hand on your shoulder as you open the back of the truck to get the shovel. I'm sorry, kid.
Thanks. And I just keep walking.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. And I think that's a good place for us to stop.
Yeah. That was nice. That was powerful. I wasn't ready for it, but
yeah.
Baptism by fire.
That's fine, yeah.
No, very good. All right, that's another episode in the can.
Yep, one more.
Gamma World. Cranking up a little bit here. Looking forward to the next one now. Yeah, hit the website, doomsdaydoobie2.com, right?
Yep.
Doomsday Doopy on Twitter.
If you want to follow people who don't tweet, you could follow us.
Well, at least you get when the show's coming, because sometimes the shows are sporadic.
Every now and then, Nick will tweet something. I'm assuming he's like listening
sometimes
to
it's
the
political.
show.
I try not to do that.
But you tweeted a bling thing.
I did. It's good for you.
It's good for you. Yes, it must have. I think that when you do that, you must be listening to the show and going, "That's a stupid thing to say."
Yeah, I mean, to someone who's not listening, it's an inside joke.
But
that's fine.
Nick R tweets and at CJ Scannell. Follow us, DM us, give us 5 stars and write a shitty review.
Yeah, and tell a friend.
Or tell a friend. Tell them that we're bad.
Yeah,
and not to listen.
Totally not to listen.
And they will. That's reverse psychology.
That word. No. I don't. Yeah, we can't believe in all that psychology stuff. Just some of it.
Yes.
All right.
Guys.
See you guys next week.
Wasabi peas, bitches.